Hey y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. In today's video, I am talking about how I power everything in my minivan camper conversion via portable power stations. I am talking about the features and benefits of using portable power stations, but also diving specifically into the ones that I use and for what. Now, this is going to be a strictly informative video. I am telling you all about my setup, so I'm not looking for recommendations or suggestions, anything like that, because what I have has been working very well for me for 5 years. So like this video and subscribe. Let's get learning. We will start at the back of my van where I keep my Vitomin Flash Speed 1500. This is my biggest portable power station, and it is dedicated to my fridge. So it is a 1500 watt unit. I believe it's about 1800 watt hours, but I use this specifically for my fridge. I actually have a DC adapter here plugged into it, but I dedicate this to my fridge because I was just able to run my fridge on this for 6 days without any solar or charging whatsoever. Now, it is kind of heavy. It's about 43 pounds, and I charge it with my 200 watt solar panel or via a wall charger if I have shore power capabilities. And this has lasted me about 2 years. I'm starting to have a couple of issues with it, but it's been reliable overall. And I will also use it for powering a 12-volt heating blanket in the winter time, which means that I need to charge it up a little more frequently during that time. But this just stays in my trunk and, like I said, dedicated to my fridge. As we move on throughout this video, I will remind you that I have links to everything that's from Amazon that I use currently in my van, if it's available, in the description of every single one of my videos, including a Starlink referral code. I have that in there, or Starlink referral link. But I will pin links, Amazon links to these portable power stations in the comments of this video, so it's easy to find. But I will say that my smallest Vitomin 600, it's very outdated, so I will link the most updated version. Now moving right along, I will tell you about my Bluetti AC70. So this is actually a fairly new power station. I purchased it in May. I did have the old version from a couple of years ago, actually maybe 3 years ago now. But I will say that this is a backup power station for me, and I also use it for Starlink. So as you can see, it's a 1000 watt unit. It is 768 watt hours. So I run my Starlink Mini via the DC plug on this Bluetti, and it's great because sometimes I even run my air purifier, and it has lots of different plugs for other devices, charging other devices as well. It has a really cool Bluetooth app that you can use in conjunction with this power station, and I can charge it via my van or a solar panel. Here's the air purifier that I use every now and then, and like I said, I plug that into here. But I also use this power station if, again, I need a backup. Let's say my fridge dies, I have to plug it in. I can plug it into this. I can charge all of my small electronics, like my Bluetooth speakers, my lantern, my tablet, my laptop, my Nintendo Switch, anything. So I really try to keep this as really as a backup if necessary. And again, I dedicate this to my Starlink when I need to be using it. I store my Bluetti right up here on my passenger seat floor. And it charges really quickly with a 200 watt solar panel. Last but not least, I have my very trusty small Vitomin. This is a Vitomin 600. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is very outdated, so I will link the newest version in the comments. But I love this because it's small, it's lightweight, and it's truly portable because it is so lightweight. So this is one that I will like move around camp and take out of my van because I can, because it's so lightweight. So I can be like charging my phone or my tablet when I'm sitting at camp, maybe with friends or whatever. It truly is portable. Now, what I like about this is I can charge it with my 200-watt solar panel, or I use this wall charger, and I actually can plug this into my van so this charges while I'm driving. And I use this portable power station most frequently for charging my phone and my tablet. Last night my large power station died, so I did have to plug my fridge into it, but it's a great backup for that sort of thing. So this one I'm always kind of throwing around, and like I said, mainly using it for my small electronics. For a better visual, I plug this wall charger into my 115 plug here. Okay, then I plug this into here. I'm working on my white shelf project, so that's why it's moved. But then when I turn on I just have to hit a button up front on my dash, and then it will charge right here. I don't charge it via this 12-volt plug because I no longer have the car charger for it. So, but this works out just fine. It charges at about 90 watts. I use portable power stations for anything that requires electricity in my minivan camper. I do that because they are so user-friendly. Don't require wiring and different batteries and cords and all this stuff. They're really just plug and play. And I'm not a tech-savvy person, so I just want to be able to plug my stuff in and go. And they're really so simple. This charges my stuff, and then I charge this with solar. It's really that easy. Think of it as kind of just a massive battery pack, if you will. Although my Vitomin power stations have worked out very well for me, I do prefer Bluetti. I think overall that's my favorite portable power station brand. I also really like Jackery, but they tend to be a little more pricey, although I do really enjoy them. I don't like the Jackery solar panels, but Bluetti is something I can get behind in terms of the power stations and the solar panels. Again, I do like my Vitomin. I used a Rockpals 300 in the past. I wish they still made that. That thing lasted me like 4 years. But I really like having a super small portable power station. I miss that thing. But I'm doing well with these three. It's honestly the perfect setup for me. And a side note, since we are talking about electronics, many of you have seen this many times, but I always try and offer a refresher for everybody who's new. I use a CD case to organize my charging cords. So I keep everything in here. A lot of them are labeled, some of them are not. And I also just have additional charging cords that can be universal, user manuals. I've been using this ever since I started van life, 5 years now. Here's a quick size comparison of my Vitomin 600 and my Bluetti AC70. I like the Bluetti size because it's kind of narrow, which works out really well for me in my space. I do have a couple of large items that draw a ton of power. For example, my mini dash toaster oven that draws about 500 watts concurrently over about 3 to 4 minutes. Concurrently means it's consistently drawing that 500 watts. So that's quite a bit of power. If I use that, I plug it into my largest Vitomin 1500 flash speed because I know that it can handle that power draw. There are a variety of reasons why I love using portable power stations. They are user-friendly, they are simple, you can purchase them to really fit your needs and your space, whether that's power needs or you need to get a specific actual size of power station. There are so many options out there. I also like that there are different ways to charge them, whether you are using your vehicle, solar panels, or shore power. Like I said, I've been using portable power stations and solar panels for 5 years now. It just works out really well for my van life lifestyle, But of course, we're all different, we all have different needs, and we all have different preferences. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you found something helpful. If you did, be sure to leave a comment, and I will try and answer any questions you may have. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I will see you guys next time.